Yes, that's right. I so enjoy cooking with you guys and making fun things. And right now, I've just been working all day on recipes, because my goal is I want to have the website has something new every single day that I post. So it's just a lot of work. It's a lot of time and effort. So right now I'm eating lunch, which is late, right? It's like almost 2 o'clock, but I have to eat something and I had to step away from work. It's so hard sometimes to break away from doing whatever it is that you're trying to, complete. But if you don't step away and eat something, you are going to be overly hungry later on. So you have to nourish your body. I do not believe in the dietitians that say eat, like this is one area that I differ with my colleagues, because they say if you're not hungry, a lot of them say if you're not hungry, don't eat. I don't believe in that. We are meant to eat food throughout the day to nourish ourselves so that we don't overeat at night. It's a way to not overeat at night. It's a tip, it's a trick, whatever you want to call it. So I'm so happy you guys are here. Who's here? Elizabeth is here, Jen, Christina. If we have any subscribers, let me know. And subscribers, I mean on lexlovesfood.com, not on here. Hi, Angie. Meaning I love if you guys subscribe on TikTok, but you don't get the benefits of joining lexlovesfood.com. So definitely join there. I just posted my bagel recipe there. Hi, Evelyn. So I've just been working. I've been doing recipes, and I have been doing recipes, and I have been on my, in the kitchen. I made this pulled chicken recipe today. I'll show you. These English muffins. I have so many recipes that, because I just want to bang them out on a day that's sort of lighter in the department of my one-on-one clients. That's when I'm in the kitchen, and it's usually I give myself Wednesdays to be in the kitchen, recipe developing, making everything for the website and for you guys. But all of my recipes are on lexlovesfood.com with the macros and the nutrition and the meal plans and the grocery lists and the cooking demos. All of that is on there. So I made these English muffins. These do not have gluten in them. Crazy, I know. Awesome. And then, because I do have a lot of subscribers, we are almost at 1,000 subscribers, which blows my mind. They come from all over, so not just on TikTok, but because I'm fairly new to TikTok, I've been on for a couple months now, but I always give my TikTokers, oh, awesome. Which pan did you get? Because my TikTokers, I want to give you guys a customized plan of attack if you're trying to lose weight. And I say attack because we're going to get at this together, and it's fun, exciting. You want to know how many calories you should eat in a day. You want to know that you should eat breakfast, lunch, snack, dinner, and dessert and never feel hungry. You shouldn't. And that's why my website, and that's why my business, and that's why my coaching has been so successful, because none of my patients, none of my clients ever feel hungry. And that's why I want to bring you these recipes, but I also want to get to know you, and I want to know how many calories you should have in a day so that I can break it up accordingly and give you a plan. So Sarah, I hope I answered your question on what I need from you in order to make the customized plan, because everyone's different. So not everyone's going to have the same plan and the same, calorie goal and the same macros and everything like that. I got to know a little bit about you first. So anyway, these are the English muffins. So they're not cut yet. So I got to cut them. And also, if someone could remind me after I make my lunch, because I'm filming a what I eat in a day for my subscribers, and I need someone to remind me to take a picture of what I am eating for lunch. That is the one thing that I always forget. And I start eating and I'm like, oh, I'm filming what I eat in a day. So today, let me get the pan. And we're gonna make like a big vegetable stir fry, and then I'm gonna put some egg whites in it, and you'll see it's gonna be delicious. But maybe what I'll do is I'll start heating up the pan here, and then I'm gonna bring it over there with a hot plate. Sorry. But you guys can keep asking me your questions. Sorry that I had to leave the frame. I'm gonna leave one more time just to get this. And then I'm gonna get the cabbage. So we're gonna do some cabbage. And I also like to have some vinegar. I like to put some vinegar in my meals because I'm not sure if you guys know this, but vinegar actually helps, the acidic acid helps stabilize your blood sugar and keep your insulin resistance low. So that's what we want. I did lose weight on Ozempic, but I would like to have help from a nutritionist. Well, you've come to the right place, Evelyn. How much weight did you lose? So I work currently with, I think, Mounjaro, Zepbound, because she was at Weight Watchers and then she realized that Weight Watchers was not for her, which it's understandable. So she was doing that. And then I also have a client on Mounjaro. Oh, this is nice and hot and my hands are cold. So yeah, I work with women that are suffering from menopause, women that are suffering from PCOS if they're younger. But it's funny, I just had a client who is 71 years old and we just discovered that she has PCOS. And that's usually something you discover before you have children, like before your childbearing years, but it's prevalent. I just lost about 15 pounds and I just switched to Mounjaro because Ozempic made me really sick. Yeah, I've heard that. But Evelyn, if you do want, I love that you want to work with a nutritionist because you may not be feeling those hunger cues because you're on the medication, but it is so important for you to understand how to eat for a successful future, for internal nutrition and for internal health and well-being. So that's awesome. And I would be happy to help you. If you go to lexlovesfood.com and you say book an appointment, we can just talk through a consultation if you'd like. Okay, so let me get this pan nice and hot before I put it on the hot plate. And you guys, I made broccoli, steamed broccoli. So I like roasting the broccoli, don't get me wrong. I love roasting it in the oven. But when you steam your vegetables, you will actually feel more full. And I talk about being full only because satiety is what reigns supreme in the weight loss world. We need to feel full on what we're eating so we can go from one meal to the next. We can go from breakfast to lunch to snack to dinner to a light dessert and then bedtime. And that doesn't mean no dessert. Everyone should have something sweet every day, especially if you have suffered with binge eating, grazing, overindulging, and then restricting. You should absolutely have a dessert or something sweet every day because that will keep you from, that will keep you from overdoing it, and that's not what we want, okay? Hold on one second. Okay. My sister-in-law sent me a cute picture of her baby, so of course you have to respond. Oh my God, this feels so good. I've been in my office and then on my website trying to upload all the new recipes that I have, and whew, I'm cold. How about fish oil omega-3? What about it? That's great. Get your fish oil. All right. So now we're going to put some olive oil on the pan. And then I do like to measure what I'm eating because we can control and manage what we can control what we manage. So I like to control, you know, how much vegetables I'm having and know what I'm having. I think that's a lot. Yeah. Because then I know if you don't track your food and you're trying to lose weight, this is really just a conversation for women that are trying to, you know, lose weight, feel better, manage their weight. If you are trying to do that and you are not tracking what you're eating, you will never understand what's gonna work. You need to have some kind of a structure to your day, and you have to have some kind of an accountability, and then you have to have some kind of data point that can sort of help you along the journey. If you don't, it's really hard for, even if you start to work with a nutritionist, whether it's myself or someone else, you'll really have a hard time with gauging what it is that is working and not working if you don't track. So highly, highly, highly suggest tracking your food. I'm gonna smell that, make sure it's okay. All right. And then my favorite sauce. My favorite sauce is the G. Hughes Orange Marinade. It's so delicious. Provides so much flavor, but not a ton of calories. It's like 5 calories a tablespoon. And why do I talk about calories? Because you wanna be able to fill up your bowl with a lot of nutrients, protein for satiety, fiber to help rev up your metabolism and for satiety, some healthy fats for hormone control and balance. So you wanna be able to do that, and if you don't have nutrient dense, low caloric, low energy dense foods, you'll have smaller portions, and you don't want that. So you really want to have large portions of food. You want to see a lot of food. I like to see a lot of food, and I want to know that a lot of food is there for me, right in front of me to eat. And I'm going to have a big, nice lunch, and then I can move on and then know that my snack is right around the corner. That's how I work my day. That's how I work my patients' days. That's how I try to ensure stability, weight loss, functionality, all the good stuff that you want from your lifestyle. Not a diet, not a meal plan. Meal plans are great, and I provide them, and they're customized and all of that. But if you do not take ownership of what you're having, if you don't track, like, you're just not going to, it's not going to work for you, you know, as well. And if you don't fill your plate up with nutrient dense foods, then you're going to have smaller portions, and we don't want that either. So I get really creative. I can make like a 250 calorie dish look like a 500 calorie dish. So look away. What did you pour in? Oh, it was G. Hughes Orange Marinade, this sugar-free sauce. And I have purple cabbage in here. I have steamed broccoli that I made in the Instant Pot that is like insanely easy to do. Have you guys ever done that? It's a steam basket. Let me just get something to mix this with. So, sorry, I had to leave again. It's a steam basket with, that you pour the contents, like you pour the raw vegetables in there. You put like about a cup of water in the Instant Pot. You turn it on. This was like the best advice I ever got, or I think I read it, or maybe saw it on YouTube. But you pour water into the Instant Pot. You press like high pressure for 0 minutes, and then it comes up to pressure, and then you immediately release it. And you literally, your vegetables have never been better. Steamed vegetables or boiled potatoes, if you put more water into the vegetable, you're gonna reap the benefits of satiety much more than if you roast and they get, like, think of a raisin, right? So a grape is a raisin, but a grape is this big. A raisin is like really, really, really tiny and shriveled. What's gonna hold up more space in your belly? The grape that provides more water content. So that's why I like to steam my vegetables. I really find that I feel more full. The roasting is great, but make sure you have some steamed vegetables in with the roasted vegetables. So this was just purple cabbage that was raw that I put on this pan with some broccoli that I steamed with the G-Hughes sauce, and I'm actually gonna add an egg white in the middle and mix it all around, and it's gonna taste so good. So right now I am making a what I eat in a day video that will just be live for my on my website on lexlovesfood.com. So if you are over there and you joined, you'll be able to see it. And I want to start doing more of those kinds of videos so you can see what I'm eating in a day. I have tons of recipes for breakfast, lunch, snack, dinner, desserts. I have meal plans that are not customized, obviously, but they are just Monday through Friday, really well balanced, really well designed days of eating for satiety. So you can go on there and check that out. And then, of course, my recipes, my grocery hauls, my food finds, it's all there. Hi Lex, I'm noticing how much sodium is in everything. Do you ever tell clients to watch? So this I actually use mixed up salt, and it is a, so why did I not use a whole egg? Because I'm adding fat in the form of avocado with the meal, so I'm not gonna add the whole egg because that would be higher calories than what I'm just going for. I'm really using the egg white to make it a little more creamy, make it a little more like a faux fried rice type of dish, but I don't need the whole egg to provide me that flavor profile, and I don't need the 70 calories when I can have the egg white for 15 calories and I get my fat somewhere else. Does that make sense? And so this mixed up salt actually has salt, herbs, dehydrated onion, and dehydrated garlic, and is less sodium per teaspoon than if you were to do like sea salt or kosher salt. And I do not, if you have an issue with sodium, then you have to be your own, agency and govern, the amount of sodium that you're having. I do not have a problem with sodium, and I do not have like an issue with flavoring your food with sodium. I do not think that's, a bad thing. You gotta have your food taste good. So that's what I believe. But listen, if you have an issue with sodium, then you gotta govern yourself and make sure that you're not, eating too much sodium. The sodium though issues really, and it's like when people talk about carbohydrates being bad and sodium and fat, it's not really the whole food sources or the little salt that you put on your dish. It's the process, it's when that stuff comes from processed sources. So like, the fat that you're getting from an excess of the processed meals or the processed, packaged goods, that's really where the issues lie. Aside from hormonal imbalances, you get weight gain and all that other stuff. If I'm looking at increasing my protein, would it be okay to use the entire egg? So if you're increasing your protein, the entire egg, yeah, it provides you with a little bit more protein, but the yolk, so I just got rid of the yolk, and the yolk, yes, it has a ton of nutrients in the yolk. Don't get me wrong, it's a ton of nutrients. But by upping your protein, I wouldn't necessarily go for an egg source. I'm actually gonna use pulled chicken that I made earlier as like my protein source. This is just to make this feel like it's a faux fried rice dish. But if you're talking protein, 1 whole egg only gives you about 6 grams of protein. It's not a lot. And 2 gives you 12. So it's really not a lot. I would really try to aim for around 20 to 30 grams of protein per meal. And also we should be looking at fiber. So what are you putting with that protein? Where is your healthy fats coming from? If the egg provides you with the fat as well, then yeah, definitely use the whole egg. Okay, and then I made this pulled chicken earlier today, like at 6 a.m. so I could do a video for lexlovesfood.com and have it all ready, and I didn't have to do anything, you know, later, because I knew I was gonna come on the live, and I wanted to get the recipe up, like done, the recipe video. So, let's see, I'm gonna use around 3 or 4 ounces. That's good. I'm telling you, if you feel like you are hungry and you don't know why, because you have eaten and you're just like, I don't understand why I'm feeling hungry right after my meal, you need something sweet, that's also habitual. But if we're not talking the habitual route, if we're just saying like you've eaten a big meal, look how much protein you've eaten in the meal. Really, really take a look at that, because I would bet that it was not enough protein. And when you are not eating enough protein, your body will actually crave food until you reach that protein goal that your body wants for you. Your body has a set protein goal that it wants, and if it doesn't reach it, it's going to constantly look for different areas to get it. And so whether that, you know how you go sweet to salty, well, that's a sensory issue too, but you know how you just can't feel like your body's just not getting full on the food you're eating? That's because you're not getting enough protein. So that's why it's so important to get your protein in. So we have the pulled chicken, which is going on the website soon. I did a video this morning. We have cabbage, broccoli. We have the egg white to just make it feel like it's a faux fried rice dish. My entire practice was started on savvy substitutions. So I believe in making recipes that are nutrient dense, but that make you feel like you're eating the more like naughty, sinful dish. Oh, you know what I wanted to add to this? Let me go get it. Rice. Sorry, I left again. So I love these, I love this rice that's like basically pre-made, and all I have to do is put it in the microwave. And I think it's like 2 minutes maybe. Let's do 1:20. And I'll measure that out, and there we go. So, does everyone know about lexlovesfood.com? I just want to make sure, because the other day, it's so funny, my husband was like, people don't know, I like mentioned lexlovesfood.com on a live, and people are like, what? What's that? And my husband was like, you've got to tell people about it. And it's like, I feel like I talk about it all the time. But anyway, lexlovesfood.com is my website where I have all of my, it's an exclusive website that has information on there. It's my passion, it's my knowledge, it's my expertise, all in one place. I have recipes for breakfast, lunch, snack, dinner, dessert. They all will put you in a fat burning mode. So you could literally pick from breakfast category, lunch category, snack, dinner, dessert. And I want you to eat that way throughout the day in order to see success. You've got to eat your breakfast, your lunch, your snack, your dinner, and dessert. And you will find that you will not only feel amazing, your pants will not only button up, but you will actually be able to have a better relationship with food after eating this way and eating my recipes for after a week. You will see changes. After a couple of days, I get emails from subscribers like thanking me for putting these recipes somewhere because they can't believe how much better they feel. So I have recipes there. I also have a journal section where you can write into me if you're feeling like stuck and you don't know what's going on. You can send me like your full day of eating. Let me take a look at it. I can critique it a little bit. So here, let me just get the rice. There's always something that we can improve upon when we are in weight loss mode, and I am here to help you. We can work together one-on-one, but it's a much higher price point to work with me one-on-one and to get my time than to become a subscriber. I would become a subscriber first, and I would take a look at how to structure your day I will actually give you the guidelines on how your day should look, how many calories you should have a day, breakfast, what your breakfast, lunch, snack, dinner, and dessert should look like. And then if you're having some, trouble losing weight, or you're not sure, certain mindset things, then let's work together one-on-one. But I would definitely start out with subscribing because you're gonna be blown away by the recipes. You're gonna really enjoy what you're eating and have fun with food. So, all right, so I'm gonna take some of this rice. I'm gonna measure it out. I'm gonna do like about 100 calories worth, which is like 60 grams. And a little rice goes a long way. You don't need a ton, but look at this huge portion. Close to like 300 calories, I wanna say this whole thing is. Hi, Sharon. And I am going to plate it out and then eat it. 60, that's good. And then I'm gonna save the rice for my next dish. All right. Oh, Beth, thank you. Yes, the subscription covers everything. Yes, I know it's $10. It should probably be a lot more, but for right now, I'm gonna keep it at 10. So get in now. All right? So I am going to plate this, and if you have any other questions, let me know. Yes, Samantha, absolutely, you're welcome. Veronica, I see you. Yes, thank you. Oh, that's awesome. I'm so glad you have. So when you have a recipe that you like, will you guys send it to me or like take a picture or something? I want to see it. That's awesome. I love that. When you subscribe, what I do is I email you directly and I ask you a few questions, and then I can create the plan and you'll get it within like 24 hours. Susan, I got the rice on Amazon. Sharon, awesome. Okay, definitely. So subscribe and you will get my ideas, and also you will get a customized plan. Oh, that sounds great, Jess. So this is a whole smorgasbord of amazingness. It is, my husband would say, the cabinet is always open when I am cooking. Okay, so it's cabbage, broccoli, 1 egg white to make it feel like it's a faux fried rice. And then I have some pulled chicken that I made earlier that I'm gonna be posting about. I made it at like 6 a.m., but this is the best pulled chicken you will ever have. And I'm gonna put this on my website. It is a great value. Get in now before I raise the price because it is a great value and you get a ton of information, and it's a lot of work for me. But happy to do it. Mwah. And then I have some rice that I just microwaved rice from Amazon, made it easy. This is really delicious. And I'm gonna eat this whole thing. 300 calories, high volume, big portion. I love big portions. I love a lot of food. I am, Susan, can't wait to have you over there. So this is big, nutrient dense, filling. It's gonna rev up my metabolism because there's some fiber there. It's gonna slow down my digestion because there's some protein. It's all gonna work in tandem. The carbs are gonna give me energy, and they're also eaten with the protein, so they're going to slow down the rate at which they hit my bloodstream, and I'm not gonna get these swings because I'm eating the carbohydrates, the rice, with protein and fiber, okay? So you really wanna make sure, if you're unsure of like how macronutrients can go together, I have a macro guide on my website, so make sure you're utilizing everything there and you are getting all the information that you need there, okay? I am going to get going so I can eat my lunch and then get to work. Hunter, you just missed, not just missed, but I'm gonna get going. So I love you guys. Thank you for joining. Thank you for subscribing. The subscribers that joined here, you're gonna hear from me by the end of the day. I'm gonna get your plan together after I email you. So look out for my email and I will see you shortly. Bye guys, have a good day. Mwah.